Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Calix Austin, and welcome to the JV Girls McBain Ramblers versus the Evart Wildcats. Got about 22 more seconds before we officially start off the game.
Good evening and welcome to Evart High School for tonight's contest between the Evart Wildcats and the McBain Ramblers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask if you are able, please rise, remove your hats, place your right hand over your heart as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Alrighty, we are back and just about ready to start tonight's matchup. Excuse me. Like I said, this is going to be the JV Girls. After this game, we are going to have the the JV Boys. Looks like out for the Ramblers right now is number 14, Jane Cucci, number 3, Madeline Fansett, number 5, Caden Hinton, number 2, Madeline Reineck, and I think that's number 24, Ashton Hoininga. All right, McBain's going to get a hold of that first. Jane's going to drive straight up, put a layup within the first 5 seconds of the game. 2-0 right now is the score. Ball's going to go out. Three attempt made by number 23, Alexis Morgan. That shot was no good. She's going to get her own rebound off of that. Ball passed over to Annabelle Campler. Back to Morgan. She gives that over to Bree Morgan. Hands it over to Addie Catalido. I hope I'm saying that the right way. I could be wrong. Shot put up by number 20, Allie Duncan. No good. Jane's going to get the rebound on that one. She's going to work her way down the court. Tries to get over to Hinton, but it's going to be no good and go out of bounds. It is going to be Evert's ball. Ball passed into Addie. She gives it right back over to Bree. Bree gives that back to Addie. Addie able to keep a hold of it after a crowd of Ramblers go after it. She's going to go and set up this offense for Evert. Gives it over to Bree. Bree over to Annabelle. Pump fake, and they're going to call double dribble. Hinton passes the ball into Jane. Jane's going to work her way over and set up the offense. Gives it over to gives it over to Kaden. Kaden's going to put up a shot. It's going to be no good. Shot's going to be put up again. It's going to be no good. Then going to get rebounded by Ashton. She's going to put it up. That's going to be good. 4-0 right now is the score. I apologize for all that. I zoned out for a split second. Annabelle with the ball right now. She's going to lose control of it. Tries to go for a save. Barely misses it. It's going to go out of bounds. Ball passed into Alexis. She's going to put up a shot. Looks like it's going to be no good. We're going to get a jump ball. Looks like Madeline Fansett, she tried to go in for it, but wasn't quite able to get quite a good hold of it. It's going to be Ramblers' ball. I think it was out of bounds. Reineck with the ball right now. She's going to give that over to Coochie. Coochie's going to give that back to Reineck. Reineck now is going to drive down. Changes her mind. Back to Coochie. Gives it over to Hinton, who gives it to Fansett. She's going to go for the three. No good. Reineck's going to get a rebound. Put that up. It's going to be no good. And they're going to say it's out on Evert. We're getting a subs, number 11. Not subs, just a sub. Caitlin Torrey in for Madeline Reineck. Excuse me. Coochie to Annika, or not Annika, Ashlyn. Back to Coochie. She's going to put up a shot. It's no good. Ashlyn's going to get the rebound. She's going to try to put up a shot. And it looks like they're going to get called for on the arm. 12 white on the arm. And Hoydinga's going to be shooting too. First shot's up and good. Annika Hoydinga in for Madeline Fansett. Maybe both Hoydingas out now. Sorry if I get them mixed up. Second shot's up and good. Ball passed into Addie. She's going to give that right back over to, I think that's Zoe. She's going to give it over to Alexis, and Alexis now is going to set up this offense. Ball going back over to Alexis. And Alexis with a shot, a little short. It's going to get rebounded by Ashlyn. She's going to drive all the way down, gives it over to Kaden. She's going to give it to Jane. Jane for, I do believe that was a 3. Nope, just going to be a 2. No, they are going to say 3. Must have hit the wrong button there for a second. Get it out of bounds. Ramblers. Can't quite see who has the ball on that one. Shot put up by McKenna. I'm going to say it's knocked out of bounds by the Ramblers again. Alexis with the ball now. She's kind of just sitting over there looking for somebody to give that to. Eventually, it's handed over to Addie after a bit of a conveyor belt type pass, I want to say. It looks like Alexis tries to do like a little down low bounce pass to Addie so she can put up a shot, although it wasn't quite there and it's going to go out of bounds. Timeout called by Evart. It's going to be full timeout. See you after this break.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Ace Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
L&J Meat Market. Our meat speaks for itself.
Alrighty, welcome back. Pass over to Tori. She gives that over to Kaden. My bad, I keep forgetting her name for some reason. A bit of struggles with the ball. With Bree for Evart, she gets a hold of it. Struggles a minute with it. Very high shot put up by Addie. It's going to be no good. I'm going to say she's going to be shooting 2. First shot's up and good. We got 3:31 left in the first. Score right now is 9-1. Second shot was no good. Score's going to stay 9-1. Jane's going to get a hold of it. Gives it over to Kaylin. Kaylin's going to put up a shot. It's going to be no good. Shots put up by Alexis. It's going to be no good. Jane gives it over to Kaden. She gives it back to, or she gives it to Kaylin. Jane gives it to Kaden. Kaden gives it to Kaylin. And then we're going to get a whistle. Madeline Fancett in for Annika. And Madeline Reinick in for Kaden. Shot put up is going to be no good. It's going to get rebounded by Ashlyn. She's going to give that over to Kaylin. Kaylin is now going to move her way up. Kaylin to Jane. Jane for her 3. A little too much force behind that one. It's going to bounce right off the backboard. We're going to give that over to Hoydinga, and we're going to get a whistle. 12 white for hold. I do believe that's her second, team's second of the quarter. Bit of confusion. Whistle blown for a sub. And they thought it was going to be good, so everybody just started kind of moving. Nice save out of bounds by Addie. She's going to give that over to Alexis. Alexis struggles to get a hold of it, eventually does, and pulled to the ground by, I think that's Kaylin, in a jump ball. Kaylin gives it to Jane. Jane gives it to Kaylin. Kaylin tries to get a hold of it, not quite able to. Fanson's going to throw herself in there too. She's going to try to get a hold of it. Ends up just bumping into the Evart players, eventually confusing Addie enough for her to just lose control of the ball. Giving McBain a chance to get a hold of it after it goes out of bounds. Kaylin now with the ball. She gives it over to Madeline. Fansett gives it to Jane. Jane's going to go for that three. That's going to be up and good. 12-3 is now going to be the score with 1:40 left in first. Alexis able to get a hold of that after a pass that went a little too far out of her reach. She was able to get back to that one. Bree's going to put up a shot. That's going to be up and good. 12-4 now. Or 12-5, my bad. Jane gives that over to Kaylin. Kaylin gives it to Reineck. Reineck for the three. Oh, a little too far off to the right, hitting the backboard instead of the hoop. Ashlyn. I didn't quite see who got the rebound on that one. It was kind of a mess for it. So Ashlyn ends up with it, and they're going to let her shoot two. They say it was a hit. I'm not sure on who, though. First shot's up and good. Second shot's gonna meet the same fate. No, not the same fate. That one was up and no good. 13-5 right now is gonna be the score. We got about 55 seconds left in the first. Score 16-5. And didn't see who put up the shot. We're gonna get another jump ball. Addie with the ball now. She's going to drive, gets that over to Zoe. Zoe's going to give it to Alexis. Alexis back to Zoe. Zoe over to Addie. Tries to pass it over to Bree. Stolen by Kaylin. Kaylin's going to go all the way down. Ducks down to avoid that defender and puts up the shot. That one's going to be up and good. They kind of just stood there doing absolutely nothing. We got 3 more seconds. Alexis for the buzzer beater. No good. Score of 18-5. That's going to be it for this first quarter. I'll see you in the second.
Northern Truck Service, established in 2015 by John Skierbeck. It's a full diesel mechanic shop that can do anything from changing a light bulb to a full rebuild. With a stock of most parts, they can get you back on the road in no time.
L&J Meat Market, Our meet speaks for itself.
Alrighty, welcome back. McBain's ball going into the second quarter. 18-5 right now is the score. You get a whistle almost instantly off of that one. Looks like it was out of bounds on the Ramblers. Addie with the ball. She's driving straight down the court, stopping for no one. Eventually gets all the way down, can't go anywhere else. Gives it over to Bree. Bree gives it to Alexis. Alexis for that three. Still no good. Addie gets the rebound, gives it back to Alexis. She's going to set up this offense again. Tries to pass it, just bounces right out of who I'm assuming was the intended receiver for that one. Annabelle's hands back to Alexis. Annabelle's going to eventually get a hold of it. She's going to put it up. It's going to be no good. And it ends up in the hands of Caitlin Torrey for McBain. She gives it to Annika, and they're going to call a travel. Madeline Fansett, Jane Cucci, Ashlyn, and Annika Hoyninga are all out, along with Caitlin Torrey. Bree with the ball right now. Gives it to Alexis. Alexis for the three. A little short. Lands in the hands of Madeline. She's going to give that over to Ashlyn. Ashlyn's going to give it back to Madeline, and they're going to get a whistle. White 10 on the arm. I think that's what that call was. I think that's her first, and that's going to be team's first for the quarter. I didn't quite see who put up that shot. Score right now is 21-5, though, with 6:53 left in the first half. Ball stolen by Ashlyn. She's going to put up a layup. A little too much force behind it. Jane's going to get a hold of that, and kind of a domino effect. Somebody runs into Jane, and then Jane ends up running into another player, and they just going to call push. I think that was on 20. We're going to get a sub for Evart. Jane's going to get a hold of that one. Gives it over to Fansett, who's going to give it to Torrey. Torrey's going to give it over to Cucci. Ooh, almost loses that one. Back to, oh no, that's not back to Torrey. That's to Ashlyn. Whistle's going to be blown. Ashlyn's going to put it up anyways. She's going to make it, although whistle was blown before the shot, so it does not count. McBain's ball. Tries to give it over to Annika. Bounces off of her leg, back into the hands of Fansett. Fansett, I think, is who put that one up. I think that one's good. Yep, 23-5 right now in the score. And Gucci flattened on the ground. She gets back up, though. Game's going to keep going. Addie with the ball right now. Gives it over to Bree. Bree's going to give that over to number 4, Haley Wimmer. She gives it over to, I think that's Allie. Ball given back to Addie. She's going to put it up. That's going to be no good. And Annika with the rebound on that one. Almost loses control of the ball. Saves it. Gives it to her sister. Back to Annika for the three. And it's good. 26-5 is going to be the score as of right now. Nobody there for the help. She was able to get that pass out, though. They're going to call a push. Ryanick in for not quite. Now she is. Ryanick in for Tori. A little bit of confusion. She goes out. Table says, wait. She comes back, and then they say, okay, now you're good. And she's out it now. Annika with the ball, gives it to Jane. Jane for the three. Ooh. hits the rim. It kind of spins around and then falls out. Bree with the ball now. Gives it to 50. Annabelle, she's going to do kind of nice little shot up there. It's going to be no good. She's going to put up another shot. Airballs that one. Rebounded by Ashlyn. Ashlyn's now going to move her way up. Nice little pump fake to Jane. Jane for the 3. Up and good. Excuse me. 30-second timeout by Evart. We're going to keep it here. And before that timeout, it looks like Caden Hinton was going to go in. Score right now, 29-5. There's 4:50 left in the half. It's been a pretty good game for McBain. They were able to pull ahead most of the time. They had a shot put up within the first 4 seconds of this game in the first quarter. Excuse me. So McBain's just doing, overall, just doing really good so far this round. Or not this round, this game. And some pretty good threes put up by Jane so far. Pass to who knows where. It's going to go out of bounds. No idea where that was going to go. It's going to be out on Evart by the looks of things, though. McBain's going to have a chance to throw this one in and hopefully do something with it. Get over to Jane. Jane gives it over to Fansett. She gives it to Reineck. Reineck's going to drive, put up a shot, a little too much. Call that a pass to Ashlyn. She's going to put it up. That's going to be up and good. 31-5. And ball's just bouncing out of everybody's hands. Jane tries to save it. She saves it for a split second. But nobody's there to grab it except for an Evart player who just let it go back out just to not risk it. 4:29 left in the half. 31-5. And another pass, and who knows where. Almost hits the table. Eventually ends in the bleachers. Thankfully, it didn't hit anybody. Getting another sub for Evart. Bain's ball. Fansett to Ashlyn, who gives it back to Fansett, who gives it over to Coochie. Coochie for the 3. Little short, hits the rim. Fansett for another shot up, no's good. Ashlyn's going to get the rebound. She's going to put up another shot. It's going to roll in and out. She's going to get her own rebound. She's going to put up that one, and that one's going to be up and good. 33-5 with 4:12 left in the half. Addie with the ball, stolen by Jane. Jane's going to give that over to Ashlyn. She's going to drive all the way down, able to put up a shot. It spins out. She's going to get her own rebound and put it up again. She's just having bad luck with the ball just spinning out like that. Second time now this happens. It's going to be out of bounds on, I think, the Ramblers. Cassie Zorn and Kaylin Torrey in for Jane Coochie and Madeline Fansett. Shot put up by Bree. A little too much on that one. Tori's going to get the rebound off of that. She's going to drive, put up a shot of her own. Not quite. And we're going to... Ball's going to go out of bounds on Ramblers, I guess. Or not, I guess, I think. And I think can guess right. Addie with the ball right now. Gives it over to Alexis. Alexis is going to put up a shot of her own. That one's going to be up and good. 7-35. That was the first shot that Evart has put up and was good in a while. I don't want to say this quarter, but it has been a couple of minutes since they have put one up. Tori tries to do a pass over to Hoydinga. That's going to be no good. Nope. Sort of good. It bounces out of her hands. It lands back in the hands of Tori. She tries to give it to Cassie. Cassie not able to quite get a hold of it. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Addie with the ball now. Slowly making her way up, just looking for someone. Ends up in the hands of about 4 different people before it finally finds its way into Cassie's hands. Gets knocked out of her hands. A little bit of a tussle for the ball. Ends up in the hands of Tori. Tori's going to try this shot again. A little too much oomph. Rebounded by Ashlyn. She's going to put it up, and that one's going to be good. 37-7 with 2:20 left in the half. Alexis with the ball. She's going to put up a shot that's blocked. They're going to say out on the Ramblers. Addie puts up a 3. That one's going to be up and good. We're going to get a whistle on that one. Jane going in, and it looks like it's going to be a timeout, maybe? No. Oh, Tori is out. Looks like there was an injury. Kaylin Tori. Ashlyn puts up a shot. I do believe that one was up and good. 39-10. Jane with the breakaway. She's going to try to put up a shot. She comes back down with it. She holds it. They call a travel instead of an out of bounds. Either or. Everett's ball. Jane doesn't seem too upset about that one. Just kind of laughs it off. Ball pass to Alexis. She saves him from going out. Ends up in the hands of Caden Hinton, though. Once again, I keep forgetting her name. Don't know why. Jane gives it over to Ashlyn. Ashlyn gives it to Caden. Caden gives it back to Jane. Jane for the 3. Misses just by a bit to the right. Ashlyn's going to get the rebound off of that one. She's going to put it up, and it looks like she's going to get a push. So she's going to be shooting 2 now. 50 seconds left on in the half. 39-10 as of right now is the score. First shot hits the very front of the rim before falling. Madeline Fansett in for Caden. Here's up goes the second shot. That one's going to be good. And Emma Vandewater in for Winninga. Addie for a drive. It's going to be no good. It's going to get... Oh, she drives for a layup. It's going to be no good. It's rebounded by Reineck. Reineck's going to give that over to Coochie. Coochie back to Reineck. Reineck. She's going to drive. Changes her mind. Gives it to Emma. And they're going to call a travel. .25 seconds left in the half. 40-10 right now is going to be the score. Pass. It's going to knock out of her hands. Ends up in the hands of Alexis, though. She's going to give that over to Allie. Allie's going to put it up. That's going to be no good. It's going to get rebounded by Fancet. She gives it to Reineck. Reineck for a 3. No good. Emma goes for the rebound. Slides right out of her hands. And that's going to be the end of the half. Going into halftime. Score right now is 40-10. That's all I have for you. And I will see you back after halftime.
The Foundation Scholarship helped me achieve my educational dream by allowing me to attend a private college that I really didn't think that I could afford.
By allowing me to focus more on my academics and less about worrying constantly about the financial stressors, it allowed me to form relationships on my community campus, which helped me strive to be a better person, a better student, and a better future teacher.
So I remember taking a picture back in my first semester of college, and it was over $400 for 2 textbooks. And so every bit of money helps, and these scholarships helped me achieve my educational dream by coming back to McBain and helping our next generation of students succeed.
I could go and pursue the majors in education that I wanted to.
McLain Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in Northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at mclaintransmission.com.
Reedy's is a family restaurant on Main Street in McBain.
Their menu has something for everyone, from kids' meals and pizza or burgers to their entrees such as grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, pasta dishes, and the best barbecue ribs or chicken around.
Tuesday through Thursdays, Reedy's is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, they close at 9 p.m. And Sundays, they are not open at all. Food for your mood.
Evil's whole hog sale is happening now.
Only $1.89 a pound hanging weight. You can fill your freezer for less.
Enjoy delicious pork chops, ribs, and roasts, packaged just how you like it.
Make meal planning a breeze when you head to your freezer for smoked pork chops, pork sausage, or pork roast for the crock pot.
Enjoy Michigan-raised pork and go hog wild over our bacon.
From Evil's General Store in Falmouth, Reed City, and Everett.
Good morning, I'm Bryce Acom, and I'm here with Mr. R. Can you please let the audience know how long you've been teaching in McBain for?
I started in 1970 and went to 2004, so that'd be 34 years.
What did you teach?
High school math, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry, Trig, Physics, let's see. And I guess I did some junior high math too.
So a little bit of everything.
Yes.
What brought you up to McBain?
I got a call one day from the principal, and they needed a football coach and a math teacher. They had a lady that could do the math teaching, but they didn't think she could do the football coaching, so I won by default.
How has the school changed since you started at McBain?
Wow, it has changed a lot. They've built on. I had a room, I don't even know what's there now. I guess it's a lounge. That was the old chemistry room, and it was an old building, and it looked like it, so. But yeah, mainly that, and it's got larger.
Yeah. What's your favorite memory from teaching in McBain?
Oh, that question is a little bit dicey, I think, because I've got a lot of memories, but I think the thing I remember most is being able to see some of my former students, how successful they've become. In fact, most of them have held down a job, paid taxes, and were good people, but I've had kids that are doctors and lawyers. I guess I shouldn't say lawyers, that's not good, but okay. But everything, own business owners and everything, and it makes you feel good when that happens.
Yeah. So, Mr. R, is it true that you were in the High School Sports Hall of Fame?
I am in the Michigan High School Softball Association's Hall of Fame, yes.
Well, thank you. What if what's life like after retirement? Like some of the hobbies? Are you traveling?
Play a lot of golf.
Yes.
Do a little hunting, a little fishing. Cut a lot of wood for the fireplace or to heat the house and that, and just having a good time. And I worked delivering parts for Napa for a while, which was something different.
Did you go hunting this year?
Yeah.
Did you get anything?
Yeah.
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 So I'm planning to going into education. Is there any advice you'd like to give me?
I'll tell you what, it's a very, very rewarding field. You're going to have some kids that you think, boy, it's not going to be good, and they turn out, most of them. And you got ones that are really good, and they go a long ways. So you see that happen, and it makes you feel pretty darn good. And as my wife said, don't plan on getting rich.
Well, thank you.
All right, they're going to call travel on that one. Alexis with the ball now. She's kind of just looking for something to do. Can't really find anywhere. They're going to call a travel on that one. Excuse me. Kind of looking for someone to help Jane out there. And Caden's attention. She passes that in to Jane. Jane's not going to set this up. Passes it over to Reineck. One white with a push. Be teams first of the quarter. Kind of lost count of who has how many fouls now, so. Another foul. Three put up by Jane. That one's going to be up and good. 43-12 right now is going to be the score. Ball stolen by Caden. Caden's going to have a chance to get this. Never mind. She gives it over to Reineck. Reineck's going to put up a shot. A little too much force. Ball given to Ashlyn. She's going to put up a shot and instantly shoved. She's going to be shooting too. First shot's up. No good. Second shot's up and good. I'm noticing a pattern. Usually the first shot's no good, second shot is good, or vice versa. All right, they're going to say 5 black with a push, and they're also going to count number 20, Allie Duncan's shot. So that's going to be up and good, and she's shooting two. 14-44 right now is going to be a score. 6:16 left in the third. My bad, it's 6:21, actually. Kaylin Torrey in for Caden Hinton. Virginia with the ball right now. Excuse me. Ashlyn for a shot. That one's going to be no good. A little short. Hits the rim. Ashlyn's going to steal it. Give it to Reineck. Reineck for the shot. A little too much force. Ends up in the hands of Fansett. She's going to put it up. That one's going to be good. 46-15 with 5:53 left in the third. I think they're going to call 50 with, not sure with what. Three put up by Kaylin. She's going to be a little to the left on that one. Not able to get it in. It's going to go out, and it's going to be Everett's ball. Addie with the ball right now, slowly working her way back up. Gonna get a whistle. Annika in for Ashlyn. Jane gives the ball over to Reakt. Ryakt's going to give it to Annika. She's going to put up a shot. It's going to be no good. She goes for her own rebound. She isn't going to quite get a hold of it. It was over the back of another player, and she's going to draw a foul off of that one. 46-15, Evert's ball, 5:16 left in the third. Shot put up by Alexis. It's going to be a little too much on that one. Rebounded by Jane. Jane's going to work her way up. She's going to give that over to Fancet, although she's going to get a travel. Reakt wide open on this one. Gonna draw the foul by the looks of things. Excuse me. Gonna be shooting 2. 4:31 left in the third. 46-15. Score might be changing soon. 47-15. Linda Bovin in for Madeline Fancet. Second shot's gonna be up, but no good. Rebound by Bree. Bree is gonna give that over to Addie. Addie's gonna work her way up the court now. It's gonna be instantly met by Reakt. Alexis with the ball right now. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. Score right now is 47-19 with 3:20 left in the third. Addie for a 3 is going to be no good. Ends up in the hands of, I think that's Kaylin. Appears so. Now, she was out earlier for an injury. It looks like she's okay now, though. Kaylin gives that over to Jane. Jane gives it over to Ashlyn. Ashlyn gives it back to Jane. 20 White with a hit. Her fourth. Ashlyn's going to be shooting 2. First shot's up and good. We'll see if she'll break her pattern of one shot being good and the other one not. And Madeline Fancett's now in for Melinda Bovin. Second shot. Up and no good. Nope, pattern still stands. Kaylin's going to put up the shot. That's going to be no good. Ashlyn goes for the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds. And a bit of confusion with where the ball, is supposed to be. It bounces in and out of the hands of about like 3-4 different people. Eventually, it's going to end up in McBain possession. We got 2:23 left in the third. Ashton's going to put up a shot. That's going to be good. And she may be shooting 2 as well. All right. 12, her fourth. They're only doing 1 shot. At least that's what I think I heard. Yep, only 1. That one's going to be no good. They were doing 2. I'm pretty sure the second one would be good. Just going off the pattern we've seen with Ashlyn this whole game. Score is 50-19 with 2:04 left in the third. Ball's going to be out on McBain, and it's going to end up in Evart possession. No, it's going to be McBain's ball. Out on Evart. Jane gives it over to Caden. She's going to put up a shot. That's going to be up and good. 52-19 with 1:15 left in the third. Jane gives the ball to Ashlyn. Ashlyn's going to put up a shot. No good. It's going to get rebounded by Fancett. She's going to put up a shot. That one's going to be no good, plus a whistle. Looks like she's going to be shooting 2. Excuse me. First shot. No good. Cassie is in for Caden. Second shot. Up and good. Addie with the ball right now for the Wildcats. What I think was a shot made by McKenna just ends up in the hands of Ashlyn, almost like if she purposely handed it to her. Gives it over to Kaylin. Kaylin gives it to Jane. Looks like Jane may have lost control of that. Ends up in the hands of Cassie. Cassie instantly gets rid of that to Kaylin, and we're going to get a whistle. Score is 53-19 with 51 seconds left in the third. Doesn't feel right. Maybe it is, and I think I may just be remembering the time wrong from earlier. Either way, Kaylin's going to be shooting 2 for a shot. Up and good. Second shot. Up and good. Addie with the ball now. Pass attempt stolen by Ashlyn. She's going to give it to Jane. Jane for the 3. No good. A little short, hits the rim. 34 seconds left in the third. Score is going to stay the same as what it was earlier. Alexis with the ball now. Gives it over to McKenna. She's going to go down with it. Jane's going to get a hold of it. She's going to stay down. Gives it over to Cassie. And it looks like Cassie tried to pass it. Ends up in the hands of Alexis for the 3. Air ball. Rebounded by Jane. Jane with a buzzer beater into the fourth. No good. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. That's all I have right now. Score 55-19. We'll see you back after the short break for the beginning of the fourth.
When you think of maple syrup, you think a nice plate of pancakes. But what if we told you that maple syrup can be so much more? Highland Hills maple syrup. Take the ordinary and make it extraordinary.
McBain Hardware has been serving the McBain community for over 60 years. They have an expansive collection of Milwaukee tools and products. As my brother likes to say, if they don't have it, then you probably don't need it. Come down to see Tyler, Ron, or Trevor at McBain Hardware on 118th North Roland Street, McBain, Michigan, for all your everyday hardware needs.
Alrighty, we are back. Score right now is 55-19, and we're ready to begin the fourth quarter. Looks like the same set of people. Well, actually, Emma Vandewater's out now. I don't know who went on the bench for her. But other than that, everybody else who was out before is still out now. I think it may have been Fancet who was originally out. Ball's out of bounds on Evart. Kaylin gives the ball over to Jane, and hopefully the game can start. Well, the fourth quarter. Gives it over to Kaylin. Kaylin now. Nice little pump fake. Gives it back to Jane. Almost stolen. Down she goes. 10 White with push. Her third. Team's first of the quarter. Kaylin to Jane. Jane to Ashlyn. Ashlyn for a 3. Or, well, not really a 3. I don't know what it was. Shot's going to be no good, though. We're going to get another whistle. On Addie again. Her fourth, team second. And she's going to be shooting 2 this time. Well, Addie's not shooting 2. Ashlyn is, though. First shot. Up and no good. If the pattern stands, the second one should be good. If the pattern stands. And the pattern stands. Second one was up and good. 56-19 right now is going to be the score. Addie with the ball, finds someone, gives it to Bree. Bree now. She's searching. She gives it to Alexis. Alexis is going to try to get out of there. Surrounded by Rambler. She eventually does. Gives it to Addie. Addie looking. She's going to drive, and they're going to call. What are they going to call? 19. McBain, Jane, her first. Team's first of the quarter. 56-19. So right now it's going to be the score with 7:05 left in the fourth. Actually, that's going to be the game. 7:05 left in the game. Jane gives it to Emma. Emma losing control of it. Gonna get a jump ball. McBain's ball. Jane to Caden. Back to Jane. Jane for the three. And it's good. 59-19. With 6:40 left in the game. Shot put up by Bree. It's going to be no good. And it looks like we're looking at a running clock. Bain's up by 40. Although that could change here in just a moment. As Bree Morgan, I do believe, is shooting two. First shot. No good. Kaylin Torrey, Madeline Fansett, Madeline Reinick, and Melinda Bovin are all in for Ashlyn Hoyniga, Jane Cucci, Caden, and Cassie. That was a mouthful. Running clock still stands, 59-19. First shot was up and no good. Second shot is gonna be good. A running clock is no longer here. 59-20 with 5:32 left in the game. Maddie to Maddie. She's going to put up a shot. It's going to be no good. That was fans hit to Reinick. Reinick's with the shot was no good. Rebounded by Evart. Not quite sure by who. Looks like Alexis has to hold that ball now. We got 5:15 left in the game. 59-20 still going to be your score. Addie with the ball. She gives it back to Alexis. Alexis for the three. No good. It's going to get rebounded by, I think that's Addie. Gives it to Alexis. It's going to get stolen by Fansett. She's going to drive all the way down. Gives it over to Tori. Tori for that three. Oh, a little short. She's going to get her own rebound. Yes, she is. Give it over to Fansett. She's going to drive. She's going to look. Stuck. She's going to put up a shot of her own. That's going to be no good. And the ball's all over the place. Ends up in the hands of Addie. She's going to give it to Alexis. Alexis goes for the shot, and it's good. 22-59, and we're going to get a timeout, full timeout by Evart. I don't have anything to say, so we'll see you back after this break.
When you think of maple syrup, you think a nice plate of pancakes. But what if we told you that maple syrup can be so much more? Highland Hills maple syrup. Take the ordinary and make it extraordinary.
We are back. 4:22 left in the game. 59-22. That's going to be McBain's ball starting this one off. Maddie's going to give that over to Tori. Oh, Madeline Fansett, I should say. Tori loses control of it, gets back with it, and go flying out of bounds. We're gonna get the foul on 1. Her second, team's third of the quarter. McBain's ball back to Tori. Tori with the 3 this time. A little short, hits the rim. Ends up in the hands of Addie. She does a nice little spin move. Gives it to Alexis. Alexis for that 3. Oh, so close. Reineck with the rebound on that one. She gives it to to Fansett. Out of bounds in by the slightest. I didn't even notice that one. Looks like we're still on a running clock. (59 to 22) with 3:16 left in the game. Alexis Alexis put up a shot, no good. Rebound by Reineck. She gives it to Tori. Tori now able to get through there without getting pushed out of bounds. She's going to put up a shot this time. A little too short. Rebound by Reineck. Reineck able to get the rebound and not go out this time either. Gives it to Tori. Tori puts up another shot. No good. Gets her own rebound. And that one's going to be good. 3rd time's the charm. 61-22 with 2:42 left in the game. Shot put up, no good. Rebound by Tori. She's going to have a chance again to put up another shot. Or, no, she's going to give it to Reineck. 30-second timeout. Called by McBain. Cassie's going in. Bunch of confusion as to what quite was happening. Timeout called by McBain. And nobody else seemed to understand what was happening. But only 30 seconds, so we're going to keep it here. Score right now, 61-22 with 2:25 left in the game. McBain able to stay ahead most of this game. Well, actually, all of the game. First quarter, able to put up a shot within the first 5 seconds, and then just would not let off the gas. Shot after shot by McBain. It's going to be McBain's ball, though. Once again, confusion as to who's supposed to be throwing it in. Eventually figured it out. Kaylin gives it to Fansett. She's going to put a little too much force into it. Airballs it. It's going to get rebounded by Alexis. Alexis does a nice little pump fake pass over to Bree. She's going to put it up. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Allie. She's going to put it up. That's going to be no good. Rebound by Reineck, who gives it to Tori. And now Tori is going to do a nice deep pass to Emma. No, she's not. Stolen by Allie. Gives it over to Alexis. Gives it to Bree. Bree for a 3. No good. And ball's going to go out before Reineck saves it. So, out on Evart. .130 left in the game. 61-22 right now is the score. Cassie gives it over to Kaylin. Gives it to Fansett. Gives it back to Kaylin. Gives it to Reineck. Reineck for the shot up. Good. 1 minute left in the game. 63-22. Cassie tries to get the rebounds. Met with a jump ball instead. Everett's ball. Alexis trying to find someone, eventually gets it over to Allie. Allie, nice little pass over to Haley, who gives it to Bree. Bree for the 3, no good. Rebounded by Reineck. Ryan's going to lose control of that. She's going to dive for that one, able to get a hold of it. And a jump ball results in her getting picked up with the ball. She was holding on to it and went up with it. At 10 seconds left in the game. Tori to fence it. Tries to give it back to Tori, stolen by Bree. Bree's going to drive down now. And that's going to be the end of the game. Nothing's going to really happen with that one. Final score, 63-22. That's going to be the end of the game. I will see you next time with the JV boys Evart, which is actually coming up here in the next couple of minutes. Until then, we'll see you then.